what's going on, Obscure Mic people? It's me once again. It's Bark. I'm back. Thank you for watching this Obscure Microphone video. So, as usual, start out the video talking on the SM7B. Here's the SM7B. We're going to talk today about the AKG Perception 200. The Perception 200 condenser microphone. And in case you were wondering, this is the same as a Perception 100 made famous by that guy in the recommendations and description channel. Not a great channel name, my dude. But congratulations on all your success. Give me a name or a channel name so I can talk, a little more shout outage, because I like shout outage. Maybe you don't. Maybe that's why it's called recommendations in the description. So, Perception 200. That guy over there loves the Perception 100, or he did. And one of the things about this microphone is that it sounds way better than the Perception 120 and 220, which I concur on. I agree. I think it does. So, let's talk a little bit about the microphone real quick before we plug it in and get going. All metal body, heavy, very good construction. This AKG microphone feels absolutely fantastic. And I actually like the blue, the gray blue, bullet gray, whatever the heck you want to call it. We've got a low cut filter, and we've got a negative 10 decibel pad on this thing. Basically, the only difference between it and the Perception 100. So, again, this is discontinued. I got this for $70-$80, somewhere around there, 70 or 80. Expect to pay 70 or 80 for the Perception 200 if you find it. If you can find the Perception 100, which Audio Hotline Bronson, he got it at a pawn shop, and I've seen it on other pawn shops online for $39-$49 for the Perception 100. But when you find one on eBay, it's usually a little more reverb, same thing. But let me tell you, it is worth it. So let's go ahead and switch over from the SM7B to the Perception 200 right the heck now. All right, folks, so now it is the Perception 200's time to shine, son. Time to shine. Got to make sure I have something. Okay, so got to have a clown nose. Perception 200 from AKG. Instantly, the instant thought is this sounds pretty good. Nice low end, nice flat response for the most part. Definitely a little presence boost there at the top, but it's not anything overpowering or shrill. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, this is a pretty good all-purpose microphone. Like, you want to do podcasting, YouTube, streaming, all that stuff. Of course, you're probably going to have some background noise. It's a condenser. It picks up everything, but this thing does sound nice and premium for the price. Peter Piper picked a patch of pickled pineapple pizza. Peter Piper picked a patch of pickled pineapple pizza. Okay, when you get right on top of the AKG Perception 200, this is what it sounds like when you get right on top of the AKG Perception 200. So, the proximity effect of this thing is one of the things that I really like about this microphone. Before we do the off-axis rejection, let's go ahead and throw a clown nose on it and just see what it does to the tone of the microphone, because most people are going to use this or a pop filter. I'm a windscreen guy, not a pop filter guy, because I'm a shallow son of a bitch that likes the way his mics look, and I don't like having things in front of the mic, especially that big, also covering up this beautiful 40-year-old trailer park face. So anyways, let's throw this over. Oh. All right, so now we've got the windscreen provided, and honestly, a windscreen on the Perception 200, in my opinion, is the way to go. There is a tiny bit of shrillness at the very top of that frequency response to my ears, but this tames it down quite a bit. So Perception 200, windscreen, This is how I would use it. Peter Piper picked a patch of pickled pineapple pizza. Peter Piper picked a patch of pickled pineapple pizza. And this here, tell you what now, this here, where it's a hair clown in my phone windscreen, is like a freaking one that come with like a BM800 or something. It came with some junk, but it works pretty well. So back off. Now you know what it sounds like with or without a windscreen. Asphalt Hell, thanks for making sure that I did do that from now on every video. Very demanding dude in the Discord server. You folks want what you want, and it's okay, because I am the Spice Girls, and I'll give you what you really want. So here we go, directly into the microphone. 90 degrees on the microphone, 180 degrees on the microphone, and 90 degrees on the microphone, spinning it all the way back around in the cycle that we went, back to the front of the microphone and my voice. So real quickly, I think I need to say this more. The reason, DJ Kuda, that we all hate on the Blue Yeti a little bit is because it's pitched at podcasters for the most part. It doesn't come high off the ground, and it's a condenser. So if you notice that off-axis rejection, you could still hear quite a bit when I was talking, even at the rear of the microphone and the side of the microphone. Unless you have a really well-treated space, something like a Yeti is going to pick up too much. Don't know why I wanted to throw that out there, but I do. So for podcasting, if you're in a treated space, this thing's going to work wonders. But if you're not in a treated space, go with a good dynamic. Dynamic mics block background noise better, generally, than condensers. But man, if you got a treated space, this would make a perfectly fine podcast mic and a perfectly fine voiceover mic, a good gaming mic. I mean, you can do just about anything with this microphone in a treated space. I just don't love condensers in untreated spaces. You might as well not spend any money. Spend $20 on a toner. Do that. So let's go ahead and test out the switches. The low cut, let's go ahead and turn that on now. This is the low cut switch, and this is what it sounds like. It definitely changes the tone of the microphone greatly, and I still like the way it sounds. I think it sounds pretty good. Let's go back. This is the low cut enabled. This is the low cut not enabled. So to me, it gets a little darker, a little richer with this switch enabled, and I actually quite enjoy that. I think that sounds good. So windscreen back on, just for the sake of seeing how much it tames some of that down on the high end again, but now we've got this different tonality to it. This is what it sounds like with the windscreen. Let's go back off, and let's switch back over to the flat mode. Flat mode is enabled, so there it is. I feel like it got brighter or thinner. Something is a lot different there. Not just, the high pass. Something's a little different than just high pass. That's a nice, strong switch. Sometimes you get minimal effect. This, you get a really solid amount of difference when you enable that high pass filter. So back on to flat. There we go. Let's go ahead and enable the negative 10 decibel switch just for shits and giggles. All right, negative 10 decibel switch. I always want to be like, all right, this is the negative 10 decibel switch. But I don't, the point of it is to not have to talk louder. It's to make it quieter. All right, that is not enabled anymore, so we're back to normal. Perception 200, man. This is just one of those mics, like if you're looking for a condenser microphone and you're just getting started and you want to make sure you buy something that is going to stand the test of time, this is it. This is one of those mics you cannot go wrong with. This and the Perception 100. Now, I'm not crowning its ass, saying it's the best microphone of all time. I'm saying a discontinued mic that you're going to find used for under $100 all day, basically every day, that gives you a really quality sound. The AKG Perception 200 and the 100, they're going to fit the bill. So this is an absolutely great mic to buy, no matter what you're starting out doing. This is a good one. There's better mics out there. Don't get me wrong. I'd rather have the King B. If I had to pay $100 for this, go ahead and give me the King B over it, because I just think the King B is just one of the, it's the budget king of condensers to me right now. But This comes in, you find this for like 70 bucks and under, grab it. Grab it by all means. It's a really solid mic. And I'm glad that I got it in to test and play around with and stare at the beauty of that classic mic style. And this is one of those mics that is an underground sleeper for all things audio. AKG Perception 200. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you for just sticking it out. That's what she said. Sticking it out with me through all these videos and all this craziness. Just you've stuck around. If you're watching this, you've stuck around. Thanks for sticking it out. Peace out. Obscure Mics.